Today we have the incredible privilege to celebrate the Yom Tov of BaOmer, a day that is special for so many different reasons. A day that is the birthday of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, the Yartzeit of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, and the day in which the plague, which claimed 24,000 Talmidim of Rabbi Akiva, finally came to an end. It's a day of incredible Kedusha, and a day of incredible elevation, a day of incredible potential. A day, again, in which Rashbi brought dimensions of the Torah that humanity had never seen before. But I want to share with you an idea that I think has its origins on Lag BaOmer, but has meaning well beyond the confines, the calendrical confines of this day. There's an incredible Gemara Maseches Sukkah. The Gemara says, Amar Rishon Yochai said, Yochal ani liftar es kala olam kulam min adin. I have the ability, Rashbi says, to exempt the entire world from judgment. And on a basic level, Rashbi was saying, Rabbi Rishon Bar Yochai, I possess the requisite merits to be able to exempt Klal Yisrael, humanity, from strict justice, from divine justice, from the midah of din. Midah of din. And on a most basic level, this is not arrogance, chas v'shalom. This is Rashbi exhibiting leadership. This is Rashbi saying, I am willing to shoulder the sin burden. I'm willing to shoulder the collective burden of Klal Yisrael, of humanity, and I'm willing to wipe it away with my own zechuyos. This is leadership. This is ownership, reminiscent of Moshe Rabbeinu being willing to face down Kiviyachal HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When the Moshe stood ready to destroy Klal Yisrael, whether it was by the Chet HaEgel, the sin of the golden calf, or the Meraglim, Moshe Rabbeinu taking the reins and saying, Kadosh Baruch Hu, no, you can't do this. Rashbi saying, Kadosh Baruch Hu, put the Averis of the world on my shoulder. Put it on me. And I, through my zechuyos, through my merits, have the ability to exempt the world from din, from strict divine justice. But perhaps Rashbi was trying to convey to us another lesson as well. Because even the verbiage is interesting. Yachal ani liftar es ha'olam, es kala olam kulam min adin. I could exempt. It doesn't say I could exonerate. I could exempt. I could find the p'tur, an exemption. It's almost as if what Rashbi is saying is, I could find a way to exempt the world from din. You see, we often understand that Rashbi is saying is, Yochal ani, I, through my merits, have the ability to exempt the world from judgment. Maybe Rashbi is saying, but something a little bit different. I can find something in the world to exempt the world from din. So what, Rashbi, what could you find? So if you remember again, if we go back to the story of Masechet Shabbos, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and Rabbi Lazar finally come out of the cave. After all of those years of hiding, all those years of spiritual elevation, they come out, and talk about the second time they come out. And the Gemara records that they saw an old man, it was already late on Erev Shabbos, and they see an old man holding two bundles of myrtle branches, two bundles of hadassim. And they stop the man and they say, what are you doing? Where are you running? So he says, I'm running. It's almost Shabbos. What's the shot with the myrtle bundles, with the branches? It's l'kavod Shabbos, for the honor of Shabbos. They ask him, Rabbi Yed, why do you need two bundles? Rabbi asked, why do you need two bundles? And the man said, Echa kineged zocher, then Echa kineged shomer. Remember, again, there's two components to Shabbos. There's the positive commandments of Shabbos, zocher, and there's shomer, which are the prohibitions of Shabbos. So the man said, I have one bundle of myrtles for the positive aspects of Shabbos and one for the prohibitions. And Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai turns to his son and he says, you see, Re'eh, kama chavivin mitzvosai. So look how beautiful, and look how incredible mitzvos are. And maybe what Rashbi is saying, maybe if we combine the two Gemaras, is, do you know how to exempt Klal Yisrael from din? Do you know how to exempt, ultimately again, humanity from din? Ultimately be able to see the good in the other. Be able to see the good. Strain yourself to see the good. Go out of your way to see the good. It is so easy to always see what is damaged and what is broken and what is in a state of disrepair in the other. That's easy. Because the truth is, most of us wear those things on our sleeves. You could size me up in 1 minute. You can see everything that's broken, everything that's misfiring in me. And Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai is saying, go out of your way to see something good in another person. This simple Jew, let's be honest, Was he anything all that remarkable? He's rushing right before Shabbos. He's holding 2 bundles of myrtle branches. L'kavod Shabbos. Fantastic. Fantastic. I bring home flowers for my wife on Erev Shabbos also. Fantastic. Good. I hope that it earns me some points. I hope that my wife appreciates it. But Lamaisa, I don't think it makes me all that special. So a guy's running home with 2 bundles of myrtle branches before Shabbos. Fantastic. That's like the best thing in the world. What Rashbi is saying is, it is the best thing in the world if you strain yourself to see something good. If you push yourself to find something good. We have to condition ourselves to try to see the good in one another, the beauty in one another. And I think that's the pshat when Rashbi says, Yochal ani lifter askala olam kulo min adin. I found the way, says Rashbi, to exempt Klal Yisrael and humanity from strict justice from din. And how? How? By seeing the good in another person. If I push myself, strain myself, train myself to be able to see the good in every other Jew, to be able to see the good in every other person, even when it's so glaring that they have all these deficiencies and all these terrible things. But if I train myself to see the good, Rabbi Shlomo Yochai says, you could exempt humanity from din. Because when HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees that we don't judge each other, or better stated, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees that we're willing to judge each other favorably, if I'm willing to do that, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, if you're willing to exempt one another from din, I'll exempt you from din as well. Yochal ani liftar askala olam kula min adin. Rashbi says, I found the secret to escaping divine judgment, the secret to be exempted from divine judgment is if we exempt each other from personalistic judgment as well. If we see the good in each other, see the beauty in one another, that's ultimately, again, how we could free ourselves, free Klal Yisrael, even free the world from the attribute of divine justice, the attribute of din. It's a lesson for Lag BaOmer, and it's a lesson for beyond. Perhaps this is also the role of fire on Lag BaOmer. We sat by the bonfire last night, which was so beautiful, so illuminating. What does a fire do? A fire allows you to see things that you can't normally see, especially at nighttime. It's normally dark. You can't see around. You have a fire, you could suddenly see. To condition ourselves to see more than meets the eye, to look for the good, to look for the beauty, to look for the holiness in our fellow Jew. And if we do so, if we exempt each other from personalistic judgment, then the Ribono Shel Olam will respond in kind and exempt us from din as well. May we zocha Me'eretz Hashem to internalize this lesson on this beautiful and holy Lag BaOmer, and be zocha to take it with us in the days, and the weeks, and the months, and the years ahead. Wishing everyone a lichtige Lag BaOmer.